tonight as Umano administration closes 1 year. Next week, stakeholders call state chief executive high in performance. May edition of Women Prayer, wife of state governor takes acquiring women to God in Thanksgiving. Golden Initiative for All. GIFA doles out 100,000 naira empowerment grants to select women from Eket Senatorial District. University of Uyo turns out 81 fresh medical graduates at Sponsio Academic. Details in just a moment. Good evening and welcome to Akbc 45 News at 8. I am Ufot Udake. Now, the news in detail. As the Umono administration clocks 1 year in office, stakeholders have made their minds on assessing the administration. Those who spoke with our government house reporter, Precious John, described the Umono administration as healthy, development drive and peaceful. The reports.
Respondents who commended the Arise initiative of Governor Moino said he has worked in line with the mantra. They include the DG of Government Chief Asam Assam, Board Chairman Akwa Ibom Internal Revenue Service Mr. Okun, and that of Akwa Savings and Loans Limited, Pastor Imo Okun.
You can see that every project that Governor Moino is doing is directed at the rural community. Primary schools, model primary schools, reminiscent of the days I went to primary school in the 50s, is now what we are going to have and improved. And he is saying to us, look, I'm building 4 of these per local government within the first 4 years of my administration. Rural projects. He's building roads to every ward. The roads he's building, like the road in Osaka, Anaheim. You would never been to a community of Akwa Ibom State that you have to traverse 8 villages in Abia State. Governor Moino now builds a road to that community. So his concept of rural development is taking infrastructure, taking health, taking education, taking agriculture, and taking homes to the rural communities.
His Excellency Pastor Omabasieno, it's a gift. Talking about his achievement for 1 year. He said, for me, I tell people, before you value or before you appraise a man, look at antecedents, look at what bring him to power. I see a man who has prepared and has his mantra, get ready before he runs in. When you look at some of his achievements, which for me is mind-blowing, food security. He has acquired acres of land in all the local governments to ensure that there is massive agricultural evolution in the states.
The leadership of His Excellency Governor Umo Baseno has been different. He hit the ground running. He came prepared. Within the first 1 year, in terms of education, in terms of healthcare delivery, so much intervention.
The peaceful atmosphere in the political arena enjoyed within the 1 year of Governor Moino as governor, according to the special advisor to the governor on legislative affairs, Elder Nekanuko, is worth celebrating. The SSA to the governor on brand management and marketing, Sir Raphael Edem, and Apostle Samuel Young, among others, lauded the governor on his focus on the less privileged members of the society, as well as the agricultural, health, education, and other sectors of the economy.
He knows where to go to. He knows where to address issues. He knows where to award contracts that are people-oriented, things that would put food on the table of the people. He is a people-centric governor, and that is why Akwa Ibom people, including me, are celebrating His Excellency's giant strides. If you notice the way the governor is working, you will see that if there's anything he has been able to establish, is being closer to the people. You must love yourself so that you can love the people. So Governor Moino cannot disappoint us, because looking at this quality of his dressing, you know that he understands what people will like. One thing I know that Governor Moino has done so well, and it's good. Have you even heard much criticism about his leadership? You won't hear, because the man is down to earth. He's with the people. He enters an event and people, the security people, they want the blood. They say, no, if they want to kill me, I know my people will not kill me. That is how a leadership is.
When he came in and then he actually brought forth the Arise agenda, which was his economic development plan, and not just did he bring it, he actually opened it up for people to make inputs through that 3-day program, the dialogue which took place just soon after he was sworn in. He showed the kind of person that he was, an open-minded leader, a leader who wasn't going to do it all alone, who wasn't going to go it all alone. And the rewards are there. You know, education is extremely important, and education at that basic level also. And the environment which a child learns actually plays a critical role into how much of that education that child appreciates. And the model school here, which we've just commissioned, the first of several, I'm sure will definitely create better impetus for the young people of Akwa Ibom State to take their education seriously. A man who has simplified, so to speak, government, a man who, as a matter of fact, has made a good number of the citizens of the state appreciate him. He's a very approachable person. If you were to go around Akwa Ibom, the bulk of the people of this state are happy with His Excellency the Governor.
He believes in his people, he believes in his state, and is using the resources of this state to improve upon the lot of the people. He's so close to the church, so interested in the church. He is representing the church. When the righteous is a minister of the gospel, the people will not only rejoice, they will be fulfilled. In Akwa Ibom State, we are fulfilled.
Governor Moino was sworn into office last year and will be 1 year precisely on May 29, 2024. Patience John, Akbc News.
The May edition of Akwa Ibom Women Monthly Prayer Meeting has been held on the theme, Doors Are Open. The wife of the state governor, Pastor Patience Moino, who led the women to the meeting, acknowledged the supremacy of God over the affairs of men as well as the establishment of his covenant in the state. Margaret Bassi was there for Akbc News.
Declaring the month of May as month of joy, the physically elated governor's wife led the women in a series of praises and thanksgiving. Pastor Patience Eno, who noted that God's faithfulness is beyond human comprehension, stated that his love is everlasting and always available for the just and believers in Christ Jesus, describing doors as spiritual symbols representing opportunities, transitions, and boundaries. She also gave a spiritual injunction, assuring the worshippers that henceforth no man shall shut their doors. Evangelist Eno Charles, who spoke on the theme, Who Tampered with Your Door, stated that every door has a key, but God has the master key to unlock doors shut by adversaries. Evangelist Eno listed tendencies that can cause closed doors to include family covenant, sin, spoken words of men, and urged the congregation to align their faith with the word of God.
Now Bible says
The service featured intercessory prayers, testimonies, thanksgiving, and presentation of awards to the governor's wife by members of NCWS, and birthday celebration for those born in the month of May. Margaret Bassi, Akbc News.
The third project of the wife of the state governor Golden Initiative for All, GIFA, has kicked off its maiden edition of Women Empowerment with 100,000 Naira grants to select women from Akbc Senatorial District. The events held at Royalty Hotel, Akbc. Margaret Bassi reports.
The wife of the governor, Pastor Patience Umoino, said the gesture was in line with the Arise agenda of Governor Umoino's administration, who prioritizes the engagement of Akwa Ibom citizens in progressive ventures. Represented by the President General of the Akbc Senatorial District Women Forum, Mrs. Idara Ifremakwan, the governor's wife explained that the beneficiaries are selected from the 12 local government areas of Akbc Senatorial District, expressing a willingness to accommodate the interest of the grassroots in her projects and programs. She promised to closely monitor the beneficiaries to ensure that the funds received are judiciously used.
Her Excellency, who I am graciously representing, has decided to flag off the Women Cash Empowerment Program. Women across the 12 local government areas of Akbc Senatorial District have come out to be empowered, to be given a seed for their businesses. And I want to believe that seed will grow, germinate, multiply, increase to the glory of God.
Talking on resource management and aid to the governor's wife, Pastor Anne Abraham acknowledged the vital roles women play in the society and celebrated the incredible potentials of women from Akbc Senatorial District in supporting government's program. Pastor Abraham, who noted that women empowerment is one of the thematic areas of GIFA, harped on proper investment of the funds, savings, and record keeping for effective accountability.
Empowerment is not just a buzzword, it is a powerful catalyst for change. Her Excellency Pastor Mrs. Patience Umoino has shown exceptional dedication to this cause, and her efforts to truly recommend as also versus one of the thematic area of women empowerment.
High points of the event were the disbursement of the funds to the beneficiaries, who in turn appreciated the governor's wife for affecting humanity positively. Margaret Bassi, Akbc News.
Oriental Energy Resources Limited has established a host community development trust in compliance with the provisions of the Petroleum Industry Act of 2021 and Host Communities Development Trust Regulations of 2022. The Ifiat and Mbo Host Communities Development Trust was inaugurated in New York alongside a 9-man board of trustees management committee sworn in to oversee the trust. Uyokuswa completes the story.
The Board of Trustees, which is chaired by Barrister Ina Mokun, has members drawn from Efiat, Ebugu, Enwang, Uda and Odesi in Bo local government area. Oriental Energy Resources Limited inaugurated the Host Communities Development Trust with a Host Communities Development Plan, as highlighted by the Managing Director of Oriental Energy Resources Limited, who was represented by the Head External Affairs of the company, Mr. Kazim Kolioso.
The process of establishing the Efiat and Ugo Host Communities Development Trust has been transparent, inclusive, and participatory. In consultation and collaboration with these communities, we have prepared a Host Community Development Plan for the Trust in line with the provisions of the Petroleum Industry Act of 2021.
The Chief Executive, Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission, represented by Mr. Nsikan Iyanam, outlined the role of the board in the management of the trust, emphasizing the need for diligence in the discharge of their responsibilities.
The NUPRC, in line with global best practices, and in collaboration with relevant stakeholders, has developed robust implementation strategies for the trust to positively impact against restiveness amongst the host communities and guarantee seamless operations of the exploration and production companies, while also providing an enabling environment for the sustainable development of the country's hydrocarbon resources.
The Commissioner for Environment and Mineral Resources, Akwa Ibom State, represented by Engineer Nietiema, conveyed the disposition of the state government on Oriental Energy's fulfillment of its obligation, while the Mbo Traditional Rulers Council and a Fiat Clown Council of Chiefs expressed the sentiments of the communities.
Let me appreciate Oriental Energy Resources Limited for its ingenuity, managing its relationship with those communities, in partner with the state government to complement its efforts in infrastructural development through implementation of sustainable projects that will provide social and economic benefits for the people.
The Fiat and Co really know that Renda are the only company they go spending on their business. They make it open and they don't hide their things.
The Fiat Anbo Host Communities Development Trust is a community-led initiative established by Oriental Energy Resources Limited to empower and develop Fiat, Ebugu, Enwang, Uda and Odesi communities in Bo local government area. It also aims to enhance infrastructure, education, healthcare and socioeconomic development through strategic investment and other development programs. Uyoko Uswa, Akbc News.
We'll take a break here, and when we return, University of Uyo churns out 81 fresh medical graduates of Akbc Academica. This and more when we return. Stay with us.
I just want the papers, please.
Sir.
Salary don't enter. Yes, so. And month never even reach self. Na salary plenty, oh. No wonder I no gree collect roja from my hand. Shut up, sir. I'm here to bail my younger brother.
Happen.
With good law,
Proper funding,
training,
and cooperation.
if it happen.
Well, welcome back. 81 fresh medical graduates of the University of the 2021-2016, beg your pardon, 2015-2016 academic year of the College of Health Sciences, University of Uyo have been inducted into the Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria. The 22 physicians oath-taking ceremony known as Ponsio Academica held at the 1,000-seater auditorium of the University of Uyo main campus, Waneba Uyo. Esther Marin has the details.
The event began with the procession of the graduating medical students. Administering the induction oath, the Registrar, Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria, Dr. Fatima Kiari, congratulated the inductees for the milestones so far reached, urging them to uphold the ethical standards of the profession while assuring them of the Council's support to enable them succeed.
Well poised to align with these transformations. With this approach of incrementalism, constant review of changes will be introduced without much hassles. It will require adaptability.
The inductees in turn affirmed commitment in ensuring that they abide by rules and regulations governing the medical practice and that of delivering best healthcare services for the overall good of humanity.
The rules and regulations of the Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria. And all other laws that are made for the control of medical and dental professions in Nigeria.
The chairman on the occasion and Vice Chancellor University of Uyo, Professor Yaudon Dayo, appreciated God for the successful transition of the medical students into custodians of health. He urged the inductees to allow the words of the oath guide them in the practice while advocating continuous self-development that will help them align with current medical technologies for career excellence.
I feel very delighted and with deep sense of pride to stand before you today to welcome you to this momentous occasion of the 22nd Physicians Oath-taking ceremony for the graduates of our esteemed College of Health Sciences located in the University of Uyo, and wish you all the best in your endeavors.
The Provost, College of Health Sciences, University of Uyo, Professor Enobon Ikpeme, appreciated parents for investing in their children to become resourceful persons in the society, urging the medical inductees to take their oath seriously as it serves as guiding principles in their professional practice. Dr. Emmanuel Akpanabon delivered the sponsor lecture on the topic, The Significance of Lifelong Learning in Medical Profession.
We are here to help you settle down with the necessary mentorship and guidance. You must have heard what your predecessors passed through, having to wait for many years before finding a place for internship. Those that managed to do their National Youth Service Program had difficulty securing employment thereafter. As we speak today, thanks to Akwa State Government and by the grace of the Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria, at least 3 of the state-owned hospitals have regained accreditation to train health officers. The government has also declared many vacancies for the employment of medical consultants and medical officers into the state service.
The event featured presentation of cash prizes and certificates to best graduating students from various medical fields. Esther Umorin, Akbc News.
The state government has gone into a partnership with an investment company, Africa Plus Partners Nigeria Limited, to construct 1,600-bed hostel at the Ikoropa Den campus of the Akwa Ibom State University. The Commissioner for Education, Mrs. Idongisede Etiebe, and the Vice Chancellor of the University, Professor Nsesien, signed the contract on behalf of the state government at the groundbreaking ceremony of the project. The event was witnessed by the representatives of the Federal Ministry of Education. Mercy Kerry reports.
Speaking on behalf of the state government, the commissioner said collaborations that will advance the sector will always be welcomed, adding that the project would further boost the efforts of the state government through the provision of a conducive environment for the students. She assured that the state government will continue to provide all the basic needs of the institution, including subvention.
Today's event is very important in the sense that it will further boost our collective efforts in providing a conducive environment for our students to study and come out as well-rounded graduates, ready to face the world, defined by opportunities and challenges. On our part, we are ensuring that the other basic needs and challenges of this institution are attended to.
The Vice Chancellor, Akbc State University, Professor Nsesien, expressed delight at the development, hoping that on completion of the project, there will be increase in the population of students as issues of accommodation would have been resolved.
Over the years, lack of suitable accommodation has been quite challenging for our students. It has affected their living conditions and sometimes has posed security threat to them. We have been faced with situations where candidates prefer other institutions that provide accommodation as their first choice, thereby denying us the opportunity to admit students to fill our carrying capacity.
The head, Deal Origination and Investment at Africa Plus Partners Nigeria Limited, Mr. Dipo Lawore, who commended Governor Moino's strides in education, assured that the 1,600-bed hostels for both male and female students of AXU would be completed within 12 months.
The way we've done it essentially is to make sure that they can't be maximum, they can't exceed 4 in a room, meaning 4 people staying in one room, and those 4 people will have their own facility, their own toilets and baths, and it's on a suite room essentially. So if you're in any of these accommodations, you can be rest assured that for the period you're studying here, you will not face water problem, you will not face power problem, and you will not face indecent accommodation. So it will be clean and decent.
The agreement signed between the state government and African Plus Partners had 4 legal documents, including the stakeholders agreement, deed of lease, escrow agreement, and concession agreement. Mercy Ekere, Akbc News.
The Central Bank of Nigeria has directed all broadcasting operators in the country to reapply for new licenses from June 3, 2024 and meet the new deadline of 2 billion naira for Tier 1 and 500 million naira for Tier 2 operators. A new minimum capital for broadcasting had been announced in the receive regulatory and supervisory guidelines for broadcasting operations Nigeria in February 2024. A circular issued and signed by the Central Bank of Nigeria Director, Finance, Policy and Regulation Department, Haruna Mustafa, called on all broadcasting operators to comply with the new directive. The dates for the computer-based screening test for the 76 regular calls into the Nigerian Defense Academy Kaduna has been announced. A statement made available by the Office of the Secretary to the State Government, Uyo, indicates that the test is billed for Saturday, May 25, 2024 at Gastric Infotech, 74 Oron Road, Uyo. The first batch is to take place by 7 o'clock in the morning, second batch 10 o'clock, while the third batch is billed for 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Candidates are to report to the test venue with 2 passport cards photographs of 3.5 by 5 inches with JAM registration number, name, state of origin, and course of study clearly written on the back of the photographs. Other requirements include NDA acknowledgement card as well as the screening test admission card. And with that, we'll end the news tonight. But just before we go, a quick look at the recap. The wife of the state governor, Pastor Patience Umoino, has led Akwa Ibom women to the May edition of Women Monthly Prayer. Pastor Patience called on women to acknowledge the supremacy of God over the affairs of men. It had as theme, all doors are open. 81 fresh medical graduates of the 2015-2016 academic year of the College of Health Sciences, University of Uyo, have been inducted into the Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria. The 22nd Physicians' Oath-taking ceremony, known as Sponsio Academica, held at the 1,000-seater auditorium of the University of Uyo main campus, Waneba Road, Uyo. That's the news tonight. Thanks for staying with us. I am Ufotu Dokan saying good night.